Alright, I'm going to start the tutorial over, just so that my stream contains some understanding about what this game is. My plan is to highlight these and put them on YouTube, and maybe attach them to my list on itch, so that, I don't know, so there's some information about them, I guess. You left work early because you had a heat stroke. I hope you're feeling better. You absolutely did, Seer Sky. I kind of wasn't 100% feeling like playing 380 tonight, and I was like, I really just want to play some of these games. I've actually been really itching to stream Fossil Hunters. Hey, Nyx. Oh, congrats, Amethyst. You should be really proud. That's a really great time. Alright, let's get started. So this is Gladiabots. It's part of the Itch.io bundle for racial equality and justice. It has a tutorial. So this is sort of a programming game. It's not really programming, but the idea here is that you have some robots and your opponents have robots, and they have some programming built into them. So I'm not controlling them. I'm just able to like write little programs for them. That's the main idea here. Let me make sure that my mouse is activate or turned on for capture so you can see it. Yeah, there you go. So I played like maybe about 3 minutes of this tutorial to get a feel for what it was. But I didn't make it through the whole thing. So we're gonna learn together. So this is basically how it works. And now the game's gonna start to teach me how to actually write these programs. So I've already got one here that says just attack closest bot. So it's showing me how to actually set up those connections. Yeah, I already did that, bud. Okay, so this one is a program that does sort of an approach thing. So it evaluates them from left to right when they're at the same hierarchy here. So it says move toward the closest enemy bot, and then attack closest enemy bot at short range or at medium range. Shouldn't this one be over here? Anyway. Let's see what happens. Yep, I was right. Yeah, so I need to adjust the priority. So now it evaluates from left to right. And since it can't do this first one, which is attack closest enemy, it moves towards, and then once it's close enough, then it attacks. Okay, so now we've got some shield stuff going on. So this says, if my shield is empty, then I flee. Coward. So it's going to attack, and once my shield runs out, then it flees until the shield recovers, and then it runs back. So we'll do this over and over until it wins. Alright, so now it's wanting me to actually write these myself. So I'm going to add an action, attack, enemy bot, that's at medium range, and I choose the closest one. So it's basically having me redo the ones that we just did Action, move toward the enemy bot, targets distance from me at long range, closest. So I think this one should work. Yeah, that looks good. Is the game Turing complete? Probably not. I don't think there's any tape to read from. I actually didn't message everyone that I'm streaming. I didn't message anybody about it, so nobody knows that I'm live on twitch.tv/authorBlues right now. No one knows. Shh, don't tell anyone that I'm live on twitch.tv. Alright, so I gotta create a condition node. This is the one that was stumping me earlier. And I just stopped, because I was like, I'm gonna stream this later anyway. So condition, empty shield. This is the part I don't understand. Is this not enough? Condition, my shield is empty. I don't understand why I need this does not exist thing. This if myself has empty shield, then flee. Flee enemy bot. Shouldn't it be like any range? Flee from any enemy bot? Okay. Let's just see if this works. No, that doesn't. It doesn't flee for long enough. You can select various ranges. So I can select short range, long range, like all ranges. I just don't know if I'm supposed to. Can I make it so that I wait until my shield's more full? Is that what I'm doing wrong? See, I'm oscillating. This is the issue. I'm oscillating right here. Okay. Okay, I see what the problem is. The problem is that this is only fleeing from something at medium range, so it'll no longer be valid. I really want to just flee from anything, right? Yeah, I've played some of the Zachtronics games. Okay. Collection mode. Oh, okay, I see. This game gets more interesting. So we can stop and just fight. Attack closest bot. If I'm carrying a resource, score resource to closest ally base. Catch closest resource. Move toward closest enemy bot. So this is like the priority of operations, I guess. Interesting. Notice how slow your bot is when carrying a resource. It's also unable to attack in this state. Take it into consideration when designing your AI for this mode. So it may be worthwhile, like, if my health gets low or something like that, to drop the resource and retreat, maybe? That might be part of it. Domination mode. Your mission is to capture and hold bases. Once a base is captured, it will regularly score points. Capture closest neutral base. Capture closest enemy base. Oh, so you can choose... Okay. Interesting. I wish it wouldn't stand all the way toward the center. I wish it would, like, position itself toward the outside of that range. Interesting. Okay, so that is it for basic training. Let's look at intermediate training. So we're going to learn about or statements here. Oh. Stop. Test if an enemy is at a short or medium range. Here's how an A or B looks like. Okay, so I can link them up like this. Okay, thanks. That's how an OR works. The AND is going to be, rather than in parallel, they're going to be in series. So, cool. Check it out. Yeah, it's in series. Oh, interesting. It's greater than or equal to 2. Oh, so this would allow me to... this would allow me to only retreat if... Is that what it wants me to do? It wants me to only retreat if there's... if there's 2 enemies to kill. But if not, just stand your ground. So here, even when my shield runs out, it won't be a problem. I'm just gonna stand my ground. Teamwork. Each bot can use its own AI, allowing you to use team-based strategies. Okay, so I can give them different strategies. Okay. Shotgun. The fuck does that mean? Shotgun class has weak health, but moves fast, except when carrying a resource. Does devastating damage at short range. Yo, Tasty Bird, thanks for the raid. Let's wait for the... So it's wanting me to get rid of the medium range. Okay, so I don't have to put filters on some of these. So, like, I don't have to put, like, a range filter on this. I'm glad I understand that now. So this boy's gonna get it up close, and then he's gonna... Ouch. Oh, shit. That sucks to be you, my man. Sniper has 100% chance at long range. Machine gun. Moves very slowly, has long aiming time, but is very resistant, huge firepower, isn't slowed down while carrying resources. It should continue attacking the same target until it goes out of range. Oh, there's a filter for I've already attacked it. That's really nice. Oh, really nice. Okay. Yo, my dude's going in. Winner bit. Oh, you can change their colors. This is going to be very exciting once we get further in. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to help Sky. She's setting up for doing the No Kids Hungry marathon right now, and she was needing help. So I want a shotgun dude, and I want 2 machine guns. That's what I'm gonna go with. I like these machine gun dudes. Machine gun class can't constitute more than 35% of your team. Make them pink? Okay. I gotta pay money to get patterns. I gotta pay money to get colors too? I think this is important though. How do I get more of these? Gotta win them in battle. Okay, they owned my dude. Huh? Alright. Health packs recharge your health to the maximum when you catch them. Once caught, they disappear, so use them wisely. Okay. Force fields. Reduce damage taken when a bot captures one of them. Effect is removed as soon as the bot moves from it. Only one bot can capture a cover spot. Don't let your opponent take advantage of it before you do. Okay. So capture closest force field. Does this only work for me if the bots stay within range of it, though? That seems... So it's great that I take less damage, but like, all the bots would have to do is walk far enough away from the force field. Destroy your opponent before it can score. You can filter targets by your own current action on them. Maybe get closer. Pursue tag target. Tag one closest enemy bot at short range. Oh, so I can attach a tag to them and then they're always my target. Okay. Team tags are a bit different than simple tags, visible by all team members. So I just need to make one of them the focus fire leader, and I assume that their AI will add the tag, whereas the other one just seeks out the tag. Okay. Yeah, there's a link in my title to a curated list that I've been working on of just games that look interesting. I don't promise they're all actually good. I haven't played them all. Aggressive Gatherer. When combining several conditions and actions, AI can quickly become cluttered. Connectors can be used to simplify the layout of your AI. Create a connector and use it to link the 2 conditions to the 3 actions. Okay, so I need to create a connector. So I assume it's wanting me to do this. It's still a lot of games in that list. I added Pyre because Brad recommended it, but I'm not big on RPGs, so I can't speak to it, but Brad says it good, so I added it. Look at that guy. Thought he was coming from my crystal. Master AI. You can reuse an AI inside another one. For that, you can use sub-AIs. Okay, so what it's wanting me to do is this, I'm pretty sure. Yo, Indark. Thank you so much for the resub. I don't know if I added Night in the Woods, but I should, because I know other people like it. Now I'm more than prepared to master the competition. Okay, so we're doing a collection. Retreat. If my self-carrying resource, score resource to closest ally base. Attack. Basic attack. Catch closest resource. Move toward closest enemy bot. My retreat probably should have something about dropping the resource in it, but I'm not prepared to... So let's just see what happens with the base. It gave me a basic setup. Let's see what this gives me. Okay. Tina, thank you for the raid. We're playing programming, the video game. So I kind of want to just see how far this built-in AI will carry me for now. And then we'll, from there we'll... Yeah, that's defeat. Okay, so we gotta be smarter. So I kind of want to make one that provides support for collectors and one that... Can I change? Oh wow, if you're doing a two-player team, you can't use any of the specialties because of the percentage compromised. Comprised, not compromised, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna need to write our own. New AI. Okay, so I want a basic collector AI. So this one is only going to... Let's see. So let's actually make some sub-AIs really quickly. So I'm going to make sort of a drop retreat ability. Let's see if this works. So what does drop retreat do? Well, drop retreat would be action, move, flee from enemy bot that's closest. Is there anything about, like, targeting me? Not carrying resource. So it would only retreat from someone not carrying a resource because they're the only ones who can attack me. And I also want to say that if my health gets low enough, so condition, myself, health is low enough, and I'm carrying a resource. No. Condition on me. So myself, collection mode, carrying resource. So if I'm carrying a resource and my health is low, then I want to drop the resource. I actually want this to be under that, right? So this is what we want. If my health is low, if I'm carrying a resource, drop it and run. Okay, yeah. Yeah, basically, Derek. That seems to be the general principle here. So now, first mode is the drop retreat sub-AI. Now the next question is, am I seeking out a resource? I guess the next question is if I have a resource. So if I have a resource, condition, myself, collection mode, carrying resource, then what I want to do with it is I want to score with it. So I want to move, nope, resource, score. Ally base. Score resource to closest ally base. The next thing would be if I have a resource, I want to score it. Next would be seeking out a resource. Is that my highest priority? I guess this one is actually the collector. So the other one's going to provide support, I think. That's my goal here, is to provide support. Action, move. Toward resource. Does this collect the resource? Catch closest resource. Okay, that's how I have to write it. Okay. And then finally, if I'm not holding a resource yet, I haven't gotten to a resource, and someone comes in range, I'm just going to attack them. So I do still have an attack routine. Attack. Enemy bot that's closest. Oh, it's warning me that I need a range filter. Target's position? Yeah, target's distance from me is short or medium range. And before that, I'm actually going to put in an attack that only attacks a bot if I've already tagged it. So distance from me is short or medium, and the status is... Let's see, hold on. There's an option for I've already attacked it before. Target's health? No. Target's health compared to mine? Oh, that's nice. I can use that for some conditions. And they've been attacked by me. There we go. Okay. So, I have a collector. Let's make a... collect support. So collect support's first action is going to be the drop retreat one still. Retreat if you need to. If there are no... Let's see. For this one, if there are any enemy bots... There was a condition I saw that allowed me to check to see how many... Team counter. Nope, counter one. Okay. There was definitely a condition for the number of enemy bots still alive. I may have to go back to find that one again. This is a condition I'm trying to find, right? Condition. Am I just not seeing it? This does have a multiplayer online mode. It's an asynchronous online multiplayer mode, though, so you basically just join the multiplayer arena, and your bots will be chosen occasionally to play against other people's bots, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's the way it works. Counting, there we go. Enemy bot is equal to 0, is what I want. So if there are no enemy bots, I want it to help with the collection. So let's go to other AI really quickly. This should all be part of a subroutine, I think. Is there like an option to like turn it into a subroutine? Alright, copy selected nodes. Can I just copy them and paste them into here? Okay, whatever. Okay, so these are the collect actions, and I will let the collect support play the collect actions if there are no bots. So I can get rid of these here now and add in the subroutine. Okay, so collect support only plays the objective if there are no enemy bots around. Otherwise, I want to target anyone who's attacking the other guy. Move to enemy bot, current actions, attacked. Nope, not attacked by ally. Attacking an ally. And I want to have before that an action to attack an enemy bot. Distance from me. Medium short range. And current action. Attacking ally or attacking me. I need to have an option in here that's moving toward... Move toward enemy bot. Attacking ally. So these two, it'll prioritize moving toward anyone who's attacking an ally, or it'll move just toward the closest enemy bot. This attacks closest enemy bot at short range or medium range. So this will only attack... I want it to prioritize attacking anyone attacking my ally. So I think I need to split this into two nodes. Prioritize anyone attacking my ally, otherwise attack anyone at close or short range. If there's no one close or short range, move toward someone who's attacking my ally, otherwise just move toward closest enemy bot. And only in the case where there's... I guess the last thing I need to do is if there's, if we're not at 0, then I need to drop my resource. Maybe. So this guy right here is going to be the collector. And this one is going to be collect support. Wow, I got destroyed there. So this guy's collect support. He's picking moving toward the closest enemy bot. I think ultimately I want him to play the objective every time unless there's someone within range to be attacking or my guy's being attacked. So I think guarding these collect actions by 0 enemies alive is not the smart play. God, this guy's so nervous. Look at him. He can't make a decision right now. What was that? Why is he in drop retreat mode? Oh, because of how low his health is? Oh, I don't want health low. I want shield low. Oh, he's stuck in drop retreat actions because I have it set to health low, not shield low. Okay, that did better. I got 2 of the points there. Am I allowed to see their AI? I bet not. I just thought maybe I could learn a little something by looking at them, but that'd be cheating. All right, so I think I actually want to change the collect support's AI to not just. I just want to pick collect actions anytime my ally's not under attack. Okay, so all these, except for this, is not happening anymore. Now collect actions is sort of my backup. I just want collect support to run in anytime. Can I choose to not target the nearest base, but instead, like... distance from closest enemy? Let's try that. Target the one that's furthest from enemies. I think this is going to do worse because it's always going to run over here, but we'll see. Wow, I got actually lit the fuck up. Huh, that didn't go great. Turns out running as far away from possible like a coward is not ideal. Huh, alright. I think I need... some action that says if the enemy is 1 point away from winning, and they have a resource that they need to be target like 100%. Maybe that'll get me somewhere. Let's try that. So basically, I want to say if score, if enemy score is equal to I guess in this case I can just say 2. And condition enemy bot carrying a resource, target them, like go get them. I guess, and my score is not 2. Okay, so if I'm about to lose, basically, actually, I can probably write this a different way, right? Why don't I just say if my score is if I'm ever behind, right? If at any point I'm behind, just go fuck them up, right? If enemy score advantage is greater than 0. I guess I also need to check to see whether or not there's someone carrying a resource. Condition bot, enemy bot carrying a resource. I don't know, let's see how this plays. This should have been actually something that I put into a subroutine, right? Whoop, didn't mean to apply that to everyone. That was stupid. Alright. Let's see. Okay. So now I'm going to add this as one of my sub-AIs. I guess. Who knows? Maybe this will suck. I'm basically saying if I'm ever losing at any point, just go and wreck shit. But, like, if I'm not playing the objective, I'll probably continue to lose, you know? I did remarkably worse. Oh, it's because neither of them are support, though. Yeah, that's going way worse. Somehow this perfect subroutine called fuck 'em up just isn't doing it, you know? Damn shame. Alright, so let's look at this very carefully. The collector's gonna start by... Their first choice is, if their shield's empty, they need to drop the thing and retreat. I wonder if that's actually part of the problem. If it's dropping too easily. I wonder if it's getting stuck in this as well. Because if I'm holding a resource and I enter this routine right here, I'm not going to be able to do anything. Right? So it's like, first thing needs to be actually dropping my resource. I wonder if that was causing me problems. I doubt it's that simple, but I'm kind of curious to see where we stand now. Worse. Actually worse. Actually just worse. Okay. Let's only drop the resource if our health is getting low too. So condition, bots, myself, target health is low. Because if my health isn't low, I can retreat slowly, probably. That's probably okay. Actually, that was really close. It was really, really close to... getting that one in. No, you build the AI in advance and then you just see how it plays. That's it. If I'm holding something, I think I need to prioritize playing the objective. I think that's maybe my issue, is I'm dropping in order to fight. Like, I think this will get it. I think this will deliver the final one, but no, they were still too cowardly to do it. Is distance from the goal a variable I can react to? So like if my distance is pretty close to the goal, maybe don't drop, just finish the thing. So that would go in here. Condition. Myself, I'm distance from allied base is short range, and I'm carrying a resource. So only do these actions if that's not the case. If I'm carrying a resource and short range, whoa, buddy. You need like a proper thing here. me see if I'm understanding this correctly. Why are you not moving? You've got no you've got no actions right now. Oh. If there's no free resources, the collector does nothing. Oh wow, okay. I'm now seeing my problem. Condition resources counting. If there are 0 resources to collect, then this also needs to happen. Ooh, that did worse. Oh, I think I know what I just did wrong. That one's actually an easy fix. I made a mistake in here. It's a little more complicated than this. It's either score advantage is this, or if there are 0 resources and I'm not holding a resource. If I'm holding a resource, I don't need to react to there being no resources to pick up. Is there a way to react to the resource that was close to the goal? One of your bots was in full retreat mode instead of quickly finishing the job. I can make it probably prioritize, like, finishing the job on ones that are close. Let's see. Collect actions. If there is a resource, closest ally base, short range. I guess I can just tell it to target that. Action. Resource. Catch. Position is distance from ally base. Closest to an ally base. So target the one that's within short range of an ally base and collect the one that's closest to the ally base in that case. I don't know that that's going to do me much better. I need it to be a high priority operation is the thing. I need to make it so that if that's the case, then, like, do the damn thing. Let's see. So your collector and your collect support. Collect support probably doesn't need this operation, but I can just make the collector basically have an operation. Let's see. We'll make a new one here. We'll see if this works. So So if there is a resource that's distance from the ally base is short range, that should be all you give a shit about, is collect it and get it in there. Also, if I'm holding a resource and I'm within that range, so myself, distance from closest ally base is short range, and carrying a resource, action, resource, score at closest ally base. Yeah, I'm finding this game cool. I feel like it's probably got a lot of depth to it if you're willing to write really complicated programs, but oh, I don't need that one again. Is there like a way to automatically relay out all of these? Yeah, it works. You can even leave comments in your program. Amazing. Alright, let's see how we stand now. So now I've got a slam dunk operation that the collector will choose if it's ever just like that close. And that wasn't bad, but I still got double teamed. So what am I trying to solve here? Like, what's my solution? I think part of the problem I'm having is that if there's only one resource left, they're able to team up on me really easily. I mean, logic. If I were to try to come up with I probably can't program to kill one enemy, but what I could say is, if the number of enemy bots that's firing on me. I mean, essentially what I need is the collector to put down the resource and help me kill if they're both targeting me, right? Because if it comes down to 2-2, there's only one resource. So anyone holding a resource is at a disadvantage. They're not able to fire on the enemy. Score equals 2, attack closest enemy. Well, then that would just make them always attack if the score's 2, and that's not helpful here. Because then they'll never they'll never play the objective. I just need to, like, wait to play the objective until we're not at a disadvantage, like, we're not outnumbered. I mean, that's already what I'm doing. I have a collector and a collect support, and the collect support's job is just to... I mean, that was the whole idea behind writing this one, was if there is someone who's attacking my ally, prioritize them, otherwise prioritize attacking anyone within range. It only plays the objective if the main collector is not under attack. There's probably a variable for number of number on the board. Condition, and that's certainly an idea. I was having trouble with any logic that involved, like, running away to the furthest base. You move way slower when you're holding a resource, and so it just made me a target for longer. Let's evaluate what we've got here. Okay, so if I'm not carrying a resource, and so this is asking if I'm carrying a resource and I'm within range of the enemy base. If that's not true, then we can continue on. So this is a not, basically. So this is saying if I'm not carrying a resource, or I'm not at short range from the closest ally base. If I'm carrying a resource and I'm at short range, I just want to seal the deal. So I think an easier way to write this logic would be... instead of having this... I need like one more node, I think, at the left that says if I'm holding conditions, if I'm holding a resource, condition myself, if I'm holding a resource and I'm within short range of a base, then always just play the objective. So that's like without question. It should do this 100% of the time. Which is what this slam dunk thing was supposed to be, but I think my logic was backwards. Yeah, so what I want to do is actually just rearrange some things, I think. Huh. Wish there were some way to just reflow this. It bothers me when they don't line up nicely, you know? Because I'm just anal about it. Okay, it won't align. It won't align. It's bothering me. Okay. My collect support. I think I need to stop being such a coward with death. You respawn, right? So maybe the collect support doesn't retreat? I win. Alright, so the question here is whether or not I want to play other types now. I have 3 available, which means I don't have to just play assault bots. I can play other types of bots if I want to. I think I want my collect support to be the machine gun bot. And I think I want the shotgun bot to be my collector, my main collector. Do I only want one main collector, or do I want... Let's just see where we stand here. Stop trying to take it in there! Collect actions. If I'm carrying a resource, I've only got one task to do. I'll put an if statement here. If time left is less than 10, then what I actually want to do is take it to the one that's furthest from enemies. Closest enemy. So if time's running out, we don't prioritize the closest one, we prioritize the one that's gonna win the most for us. Let's change this to like 30, so that there's time to actually play this plan. It's not gonna let me pick another shotgun, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. My other concern is that I need to have special logic for different types, because their abilities are different, so I might wanna... Oh, from enemy spawn point. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, let's try that, actually. Is there a name for what these are? Like they're... I don't think enemy base. Closest to ally border? Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, at the 30-second mark, we should be... both teams should be walking at the same direction, I would think. Oh, I didn't make it in time, but I was on the right track. What if I just always try doing that? What if that's just always the play? What if I just reverse these, right? What if it's just, I always try to pick that, and then if I'm running out of time, just the closest one. Maybe that's actually the way the logic should have been all along. Oh, that was easy. That was way easier that time, yeah. I mean, let's just see where we stand. I think this AI might be on the right track. Let me look at collect support's actions. Elysian, thank you so much for the resub. If losing, then don't. So also mean you can target enemies near the enemy base closest to your border specifically. Target enemies near the enemy base closest to your border specifically. I'm not sure I know what you're asking. I'm not sure I know what the suggestion you're making is. I want to try multiple collection support. I think that's what I'm going to need here. So if they're close to targeting on your side, take their resource. Oh, scoring on your side. Oh, interesting. You're saying like prioritize killing something that has crossed, is carrying a resource and has crossed onto your side of the map. That's actually a clever idea. It's you're basically saying like, yeah, you're basically saying, like, feel free to deliver it to me, if you would like. Hey, Pansy? I cannot print Hello World. I can probably add it as a comment somewhere if you'd like. Oh, I bet I can make it say it out loud, though. Oh my god, they got snipers. Their snipers are doing a good job, too. Their sniper is not smart enough to target, you know, the guy about to score, though. Oh my god, look at these patterns. Alright, so the support action is to... I think I want sort of like just like a separate sniper support, right? What I ultimately want is I want an assault to support, and I want, or a machine gun to support, and I want a sniper to support. And then I want an assault and a shotgun to collect. And I don't think I really need to change, right? So like, assault is a collector. And then I have a collect support here. He's machine gun. But I actually think I want like a separate shotgun support. Yeah, I'm thinking like a shotgun to basically try to stay somewhat toward the middle and target specifically resource carriers. Not shotgun, sniper support. Okay, so sniper support, their goal is going to be to attack anyone who is attack. So I want to prioritize first anyone who is attacking an ally. So enemy bot whose current action is attacking an ally. And they would need to be within range, right? So target's distance from me is not out of range. Oh, I didn't mean to make that condition. I meant to make that an action. Action. Attack an enemy bot whose distance from me is not out of range and their current action is attacking an ally. Your next action is to attack enemy bot who's carrying a resource, as long as they're within range. Your next action is to move toward enemy bots who are carrying a resource. And finally, action is to move toward an enemy bot who is moving toward a resource. Move toward an enemy base. Closest to center. I just want to tell him to move to the center. Is there not an option for that? Just move toward... I don't care about any of these. I don't care about a single one of them. Any enemy base closest to center, I guess. Something about strategic points. Oh no. Yeah, I think a move action has to target something. Alright, let's see if this sniper support makes any sense. Okay, so we got sniper support, collection support, and then 2 collectors. Oh, sniper got fucked up pretty much immediately. Sniper's getting fucked up a lot. That wasn't good. Not good, and not even a little bit good. So let's put him back on collect support and see where we stand. I need someone to target the sniper, like to just make the sniper a priority. No problem, Sky. Shouldn't sniper be set to attack resource carriers before targeting enemy attackers? So you don't lose like they... For targeting enemy attackers. Let me look at what you're talking about. Let me try to see what you're talking about. Shouldn't sniper be set to attack resource carriers before targeting enemy attackers? Yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's try that. See, why is the sniper picking that guy in particular? Hold on a second. There's definitely an issue with this. Move toward closest enemy bot moving to a resource. So this is attacking carriers. This is moving toward resource people who are trying to collect resources. Let's get rid of this one. So attack closest enemy bot not out of range. Okay, let's see how this stands. The sniper was doing a really terrible job of prioritizing. See, he is still locked into this, when I should be attack closest enemy bot not out of range. Okay. See, this is the problem, is that as soon as someone's carrying a resource and they're out of range, he just, like, loses it. He's not focusing anymore. Alright, so killing something carrying a resource and within range makes sense, but the moving needs to wait. Attack needs to be a higher priority than moving. If there's something in range to kill, kill it. I think that's a big mistake I'm making right now. Is like I'm not prioritizing the shotgunner. Yeah, the shotgunner suddenly retreated. This guy cannot make up his mind. He's having a real tough time deciding what to do because he's splitting his actions. Let's maybe get rid of the collect actions then. They're providing great cover, actually, this time. This guy has nothing to do right now. Why does the Collector have nothing to do? He needs to go into support subroutines if he's got nothing to do. I need to put Collector support at the end of their list. You can have a setting that says if you've attacked them or not, which would make which would solve some of that problem. I actually want to see it. I want to see if I can solve this problem with the Collector's AI by adding collect support at the end of it. Like you just become collect support if you have nothing else to do. I just want to see if that plays better. Yeah, there's a target setting that says someone who you've already attacked, which would basically allow you to prioritize attacking just someone over and over. Yeah, that was great.
Can I get you anything, Mama?
Yeah, I'm really digging this game. This game's super cool. I'm not smart enough for it yet, but I'm getting there. So we've got what? We've got a machine gun, an assault, a shotgun, and a sniper again. So what makes this one different? Let's see how it plays out with our logic as it is right now. Oh. So what went wrong there? This guy, these two are just walking it in, no problem. Wait, did I basically just deliver it for that guy? Yeah. I just delivered for that guy. Look at this. He gets his in. Starts shooting, and gets another in. Yeah, I teach computer science. So how do I want to change this? I think I have to eventually move away from having a general collector and just have everyone sort of taking on the same roles, but specialize to their field. Like the shotgun should prioritize getting resources and collecting them, but you can do a little shooting. Is there a fighting retreat setup for collectors? You can really only do one or the other, right? Like, you have either a move action you choose. I think it's just obvious the sniper needs to be on support, right? Sniper needs to be away from support. So I think Sniper's in good shape. Like, it's not even trying to collect anything. Fuck collecting. It's just attacking the closest thing carrying something, attacking the closest thing otherwise. moving toward the closest enemy carrying a resource, move toward closest enemy bot moving toward a resource, and then otherwise moving toward the most central enemy base. So I think sniper's good. But I think the other three could potentially take on any role, right? You know, it feels like, here's what the perfect setup would look like. In my opinion, the perfect setup would be that the shotgun goes out, and if it gets near enemies, it'll fire on them. But it, like, delivers it most of the way, and the machine gun stays close to the base and delivers it the last little bit. So basically, the machine gun protects until something's close, and then it tries to walk the last little bit. But the shotgun just brings it in and then drops it. I'm not even sure that's great, because it's not so much that the machine gun needs to protect ally bases, it needs to protect enemy bases. It needs to stand guard near enemy bases. I think what I ultimately want is I want something where any of them is trying to collect a resource, but if you're trying to collect a resource and other enemies get close to you, like, you can just drop the resource and fire on them for a second. So the only rule is that none of the specialty classes can comprise more than 35% of your team. So for a 4-person team, you just can't have more than one of shotgun, machine gun, or sniper. See what it says if I try to choose it? It says shotgun class can't constitute more than 35% of your team. You can have as many assaults as you want, but shotgun can only make up to 35%, machine gun can only make up to 35%, and sniper can only make up to 35%. So I'm figuring for a team of size 4, having one of each seems like it makes the most sense. I just need to figure out how to play to their relative strengths better. I think that's the problem I'm having, is I'm not figuring out how to play to their relative strengths. So let's try building for their relative strengths. Okay, so shotgun moves really fast, except for when it's carrying a resource, it moves the same speed as assault. We can actually see that by looking at this information. So assault moves 1.2 unless it's carrying a resource, or it runs 0.5. Move speed is 2 for shotgun, but it's 0.5 when it's carrying something. Machine gun actually carries things much faster. That's something that I don't think I noticed and might be really relevant information. It might take a while to get to a resource, but once it has a resource, it's actually my fastest option, I think. Sniper is not my best choice for collecting resources. Yeah, machine gunner might be... So machine gun might serve as a good, like, drop your resource and fight in that situation. But any other time, I think it might actually be better for it to be moving resources. I think for shotgun, what I want to do is I want to seek out resources primarily. But anytime anything gets within short range, if anything is at any point within short range, drop and kill. I think that's what I want. So its action should be to move toward closest resource. Okay, so action should be if condition enemy bot distance from me is short range. So if there is an enemy bot at any point within short range, action drop resource. Short range shotgun's deadly. Can you make the AI go to an ally? Yes. Otherwise, action, resource catch, whatever resource is distance from closest enemy base. If there's a resource like that I'm right on top of, I need to pick that one though. Distance from me is short range. And then finally deliver it. Does this make sense? Oh, I don't actually have an attack option in here, right? So like if at any point there's an enemy within short range of me, I need to blast the fuck out of it. Attack, enemy bot, distance from me, short range, murder it. Yeah, you can absolutely post ideas. I'm not worried about any sort of backseating or anything. So I haven't updated them all, but I kind of want to just see how the... Wait, did I not change its... Oh, I didn't change it to use the shotgun script. Have the slower carry bots bring things to the faster one? Oh, so you're saying like... Oh, that's actually kind of an interesting idea. Oh, there's a really interesting idea there, Mutant Little. That's actually really, really interesting. Yeah, basically the machine gun only picks up a resource if it's in close range, but it never It never, like, chooses to seek one out. Someone brings it to him. Yeah. So shotgun needs to move toward a carrier. It can play the objective if no one's carrying, but action move toward enemy bot. Carrying a resource. Closest enemy bot carrying a resource. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm trying to figure out where to put the logic to drop a resource. It's not making good choices still. Shotgun does not win against a machine gunner. There is a time since start of match condition and a time until end of match condition. Yeah. Yeah. They can. It's only a 25% chance of hitting at medium range, though. It's 75% otherwise. What, the sniper? I mean, this one right here should be the first one that that triggers him. A machine gun? I don't even... Machine gun doesn't have any specialized actions yet. Does he? What's let me see what his AI is doing for that. Yeah, none of these are triggering. Yeah. It's just because I don't have any backup plans for him. I wonder how mad it would be if I created an infinite loop by telling it to go to collector mode if, like, is it gonna let me do this? This is an infinite loop otherwise. Shotgun does not take on machine gunner. Huh. Okay, so let's look at this again. So shotgun, am I happy with its logic? Not terribly, no. My problem is that the logic's gonna get quite complicated because it really needs to prioritize certain types as well. Like, I need to tell it if you're going up against a machine gunner, just fucking forget it. Yeah, you can choose based on type. So there are filters for type. So you can make some pretty detailed plans. Shotgun really does need to have a retreat built in. It's fast enough that it needs a retreat built in. If my shield's empty, retreat. The problem is, okay, so the problem is that I've set the shotgun to say, hey, maybe try to prioritize the furthest one away since you can get there fastest. But the problem is he's prioritizing this one for a second, and it's completely out of the question that he gets to it. Right? Like, there's no way he gets to that. And so he goes all the way there to try to stop this guy, then finds out, oh, too late, then has to make up a new plan. All the while, he could be playing these objectives over here. Is this even useful for me? If the enemy team is winning, and as long as I'm not holding the last resource, if there's an enemy carrying a resource, drop my resource, attack closest enemy bot carrying a resource, and try to move toward the closest enemy bot carrying a resource. This one is all about, if I'm holding a resource and I'm almost there, just deliver it. Shotgun should be good for slam dunk, right? If there's a resource chilling out by my base, like, do the thing. I think you can program it to have shotgun prioritize, collect furthest resource within medium distance of an ally base. I mean, none of these are within... I mean, this... Like, this is the distance of medium. It's that distance. So, in range of this ally base right here, I think that's still just this one right here. The other one doesn't even match it. Oops. Backing all the way out. Kind of want to just start from scratch on shotgun. Okay. So let's try this again. I think drop retreat for shotgun is actually valuable. Action, I want to attack anyone who's within decent range of me. Which means that I need to start by saying, sorry, if there are any enemy bots I actually don't know whether or not I stand up against a sniper. I just know I don't stand up against machine gun. Like, machine gun's bad. So I will drop my resource if there is anything other than a machine gun within range of me. Alright, now I try to attack. Enemy bot. And I'm gonna duplicate this one. To prioritize any that I've already attacked. If I've already attacked, focus on that. If it's a machine gun. Yeah, I think that's a good point. If there's an enemy within short or medium range, drop. I'll put a flee action. Flee, enemy bot of type machine gun. If it's targeting me, is there current actions? I think attacking me counts as targeting me. It doesn't have to be doing damage. I think if it's just targeting me, that works. I can also use team tags, right? I can tag someone and have that change everyone else's actions around those tags. I'm not really utilizing that yet. I'm not having everyone do their own thing. Okay, so I think this is actually kind of clever right here, what I'm doing. This feels clever. I'm only fleeing a machine gun if it's targeting me. But otherwise, I'm actually allowing myself to attack it. But if it starts targeting me, I run. Yeah, that might happen. Otherwise, resource, catch. Distance from... ally base. I think I want to try to write some rules for the machine gun to not do anything unless someone brings it a resource. Like, it doesn't target resources, it just targets enemies. And if someone brings a resource within range, it picks it up and runs it. How many purple shirts do I own? I think I own 2 purple shirts. About a year ago, I bought, like, a bunch of these exact shirts, in, like, I bought, like, 10 of them in 6 or 7 colors, and I have a few doubles. But I've only got this one that's just, like, a normal purple shirt. That AGDQ shirt's purple as well. So how do I want it to play the objective? I want it to catch a resource, but what is its target filter? Well, it's no slower than an assault. The only one who's faster than it carrying something is the machine gunner. I think I want to try something here where I don't really care how I catch a resource. I will solve that problem later. But I want to write an alternate AI that I think a few different types will be able to make use of. Bring to gunner. So basically, the logic here is condition let's see. So if ally bot of type machine gun not carrying a resource, so if we have a machine gun class that's not carrying a resource, then I want to move machine gun not carrying a resource. I don't actually need this logic right here. So I'm going to move to the closest machine gunner not carrying a resource. If there's an ally bot of type machine gunner that's within short range of me, then I want to drop the resource. Otherwise, I should score the resource myself. And I guess I should probably have a caveat in here that I should also try just scoring the resource myself if I'm within a certain range of it. Oh, actually, no. This still works. So the logic here is actually, if I'm within range, score that's within, let's say, short range. What I really need is I need a way to compare my distances, right? Like if the machine gunner is... It's actually this order, right? So... Okay, So if there's a machine gunner that's within short range of me, not carrying a resource, drop it, and I'll put some logic in the machine gunner to pick that up. Otherwise, if I'm close enough to a resource, or to a ally base, just run it in myself. Otherwise, find the machine gunner and take it to him. I think that works. I don't know if I don't know if this is exactly what I want. There's an enemy bot at medium or short range. Drop the resource. Flee from a machine gun attacking me. Catch closest resource. And finally bring the gunner. Closest resource. Actually, just kind of want to see how this plays, but I really need to write logic. Well, it's fine. Oh, wow. I managed to put the pressure on that machine gunner. Okay, the shotgunner's logic is working really well. It's dropping the resource, doing some firing, picking it back up, and going again. The machine gunner's logic got fucked up, though. He's holding on to a resource, walking toward the enemy. That's stupid. It's because he's trying to play support. One of the allies is getting attacked, and so he's making that a priority. Which is really not working. Machine gunner needs special logic that says, if he's holding a resource, fuck everything, just go. He's trying to take to the machine gunner, but the machine gunner's preoccupied. Yeah, I think the shotgun's actually in really good shape. I think the shotgun's about where I want it to be. It's not perfect, but it's where I want it to be. Let's look at the sniper really quickly. I wonder if it's worthwhile to have the sniper move until it's within medium distance of something, so that even if it starts attacking, it can't retreat out of range. These are more or less interchangeable. I don't think that one's better than the other. The question is how to get it to actually just prioritize whichever one is closer. Something carrying a resource or moving toward the closest enemy bot. Can I add an or for that one? Carrying a resource or moving toward a resource. Like, I need this to be an or, not an and. Is there any way to change that to an or, not an and? Do this one as an or, right? It's only going to be moving to an enemy base if it's got a resource, right? Just whichever one's closer. So now Sniper is picking whatever enemy is closest. I mean, I wonder if the right answer is really just that the Sniper should just attack, should move toward whatever enemy is closest. Right? Everyone's going to be playing some objective. He just needs to get in there. And this guy right here, God bless him, is a fucking idiot. He sees gunfire coming from both sides, and he's just like, I'm just gonna march right in there. What a moron. Yes. Yeah, apparently this machine gun does not have any logic to drop his resource if he's being pressured. Oh yeah, look at him, he's in this stupid loop. Really dumb loop right here. And then he just leaves.